It is Saturday morning and we are back in the shop, and really I wanted to work on that concession trailer. That video just came out, or the lawnmower that's sitting right here. But we got more pressing things. My riding mower broke down last week, and we haven't been able to mow the yard in about 2 weeks, and the grass is getting totally out of control. And I know it's like October, but here in West Virginia it's still growing pretty good, and it's still nice out. It's going to be like 70 degrees today. And ain't no clouds in the sky, it just rained. So it's like a wild jungle out there. We got to mow the yard. So we're going to stop working on the lawnmower for now, the slam lawnmower, and we're going to start working on the concession trailer. And I'm going to do a video on how I'm going to fix this lawnmower, because we got to get this yard mowed and get this back under control. So the lighting's not the best in here. I just haven't turned the lights on. I don't know. And here's the axle we're working on. I haven't actually done anything since the last video. I got to put brakes on this. I actually got brakes for it. Right here. So I just got to put the brakes on that, and then I got a set of drums. That's the original drums that came off, but I actually got a set back in there. I don't know if you can see them or not. That's already painted, and we'll just put those on. But anyways, that's what we're working on today. Today we're going to work on the old Cub Cadet, and you can see the belt down there. I shredded the belt, and I thought it was just going to be a pretty simple replace the belt and go. It's not going to be that simple. There's a reason why it's shredding, and I'll show you why here in a second. But first of all, I'll get this lawnmower pushed out to where I can actually work on it. And, well, here's where we're working at. This is what we got going on. So this is one of the, what's this called? It's something that it'll keep the belt from coming off. And the belt came off because this thing's broke. So you can see here, this is cracked on this one. And this one completely came off. So there's no way to bolt this back on. So I got to figure out, weld something on here or figure out something to fix this. So let me, like I said, let me pull this lawnmower out and we'll get the deck pulled off this thing and we'll take a look at it. So the lighting's a little bit better in here. Not really though. I did turn the lights on though. So I guess that helps. And you're going to hear a lawnmower in the background. That's because my old lady came out here and grabbed that push mower because she's hard-headed and started mowing. So you're going to hear that. So ain't nothing to do about that. But anyways, on this deck, we're gonna pull this deck off to work on this. You can leave it on and do it. It's just harder to do. So to pull this deck off, you're gonna have these pins, and there's a pin there. There's a pin on the other side, the exact same location. And up at the front, if you can see it, right there, there's a pin. So these pins ain't super hard to get off, and I tried to do it on camera earlier, but I got it kind of off, so I'll tell you how to show you how to take them off the rest of the way. So there's the pin, and you got to take this thing here and kind of, this thing sets up. Let me show you something here real quick. So that's how the pin is on there originally. So the top half here goes in, and then this piece here comes down. So what you got to do is take this piece and bend it down underneath this pin. So this has got to come down like this. And once it gets down underneath that pin, it just slides this way and it'll pop out. So we're back on this side, and you can see that that piece is underneath the pin here. So I've already bent this piece down off camera because I couldn't do it and hold the camera at the same time. And now all I gotta do is just take this thing and just slide it back the length of that, and it should just pop off. So if I take my pliers, if I can do this, I might not be able to do it one-handed though. We'll see if we can get this thing off. I might not be able to do it with these pliers either. These pliers are kind of crappy. Harbor Freight Special. There we go. And there it is. So that's how you take it off. And you just do that to all three of them, and then we'll pull this deck off. So to get this deck off, there's a couple tricks. Not really tricks, but the one thing you want to do is whenever you start is to put the mowing deck, and this is the mowing deck lever, and put it the whole way down to here. Take them 3 pins off that I showed you. Then there's a cable right here that also has a pin in it. You got to pull that pin out and get that cable off. It's kind of a little pistol to get off there, but it's doable. And that hook's right in here. That spring hook's in here, and it keeps this thing, you know, moving that and all this stuff. And that hooks in, and that plastic piece hooks in right here. If I can see that. And that pin goes in the front side here. It's a little bit of a pistol get off, but once you look at it, you'll see what I mean. Then once you get all them pins off, you're gonna go ahead and raise the mowing deck the whole way back up, but the deck won't be hooked up. So everything raises back up, and then you can just slide this deck out. So that's how you get the deck off these things. So we're over here looking, and I want to make sure that these pulleys are still moving, and they are. This pulley's up against this pulley, so it's moving tight, but they're not like frozen up. So that's not the reason the belt got shredded there. They might move a little bit tight. I don't know. They seem to be moving now. Everything's moving for the most part. Here's my belt. I pulled it off and I thought that's not too bad, but it's pretty shredded. So, yeah, whatever. We got a new belt right here. So here's what we're going to do. This is my new belt here. Cub Cadet Special. That thing costs like $40-something. And here's my broken piece here. So here's what it's supposed to look like. Here. That's what it looks like now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of sheet metal and I'm going to cut a piece out that's basically this. Drill holes out on this and then just rivet it to the top of this one, obviously, because that's the one that's broken. Just as a temporary fix. Just to finish out the mowing season. What, 3 or 4 more mows. What I'll do is I'll actually go on Cub Cadet and order a bunch of these, because this one here is starting to crack too. So both of these need replaced. I'll order that. If you look down here, these things here, the little catchers or something to keep the belt on, they're starting to get worn. This one over here is really bad. This one here, it's dug in almost to the metal. You can see it there. So they just come off with bolts right back here. And same thing over there. So I'll order a set of these, one of those, and the metal things that go over top this pulley to keep that belt on for next year. But for now, we're going to make a temporary fix. So here's my temporary fix. I cut a couple of these out. This one I ended up cutting too short to what I wanted to do. So this is what I came up with. And this one here turned out pretty stinking good. It's got the 2 holes in it. It's got the 2 cutaways because it's got these little lips here. So if we take this thing and sit it on here like this, that works pretty good. And let me show you what I mean. I'm going to rivet that to the top, but here is our and there we go. So that's what we're looking at. And I'll just drill some holes, 2 holes in here, put some rivets in there, and there's your temporary fix. And I think that'll work. We can put these back on and get down the road mowing. Well, it's not pretty, but I think I might have got it fixed. So here's my piece that I made. I had to rivet it to the top. Just whenever the bolts push pressure down, it actually pushes pressure down, which it would have been fine either way, I think. But I riveted it to the top, so this is what the bottom looks like. And I had 2 big rivets. And from the bottom, it doesn't look bad. Like, you can see how it's lined up. The bolt holes are lined up and everything. And looks pretty good. So anyways, like I said, it doesn't look pretty. It's got 2 rivets sticking up in the top here. But they're far enough back that it should work. And someone once told me, if you got a dumb idea, but it works, it's not a dumb idea. So let's go find out if my dumb idea is not a dumb idea. So here we go. I don't know if I can do this one-handed or not, but this is supposed to sit right there. And something like that. Let me find these holes here. There's a hole. Well, anyways, let me get these bolts started in and let me find out if this is going to work. So if I put one bolt on this side, let me find a hole here. There we go. I can start this one. And then I can come back over here and find the holes over here and start this one. I ain't gonna be able to do this one-handed. Let me get this started and now we'll come back. So there she is. I got the bolts started in and I cranked them all the way down. They're gonna work. So this is gonna work. It's not pretty, but this works. So my dumb idea isn't a dumb idea. And I got the other one on over there. I gotta pull these back off because I gotta put the belt on first. So let me go ahead and get the belt all strung up on these things. I'll get these tightened down. We'll get this mowing deck back on and we should be ready to rock and roll. So we are back in business. So we got this is the good one, which I'm going to replace this one too because I think it's starting to crack. That one's on. The belt's on. Everything's good there. This is a little bit of a pistol. You got to get a wrench up underneath here, hook onto it and loosen this bolt, and that'll give you enough room to get the belt in between this and that. Same way with this one. And it's tight and you can't see, so you got to go by feel. So it took a couple minutes, but we got that back on. And here's my other one. Like I said, this one's cracking on this side. And then over here is the piece that I put on, and it's all good to go. So my little dumb idea is going to work. At least get us through the rest of this season. And like I said, I'll order those. I'm going to order one of these and one of these also, replace all that. And everything else I think is pretty good. We'll get that over the winter. But I'm going to go ahead and slide this deck back in. There's that spring I was talking about. That's going to go in here. And then the spring comes across and hooks into here. That's got to go on first. We'll get everything else hooked up, and this thing should be good to rock and roll. So the mowing deck is back on, and I got the belt hooked back up. Everything's good to go. Everything's hooked back up. You can see the pins in there, the pin down there, and there's a pin on the other side. And the deck right now is sitting like at 3, I believe. Something like that. So it's ready for a test drive. I'll take it out there and see if it works. I don't see why it wouldn't. Everything should be good to go here. Well guys, there she goes. The lawnmower is fixed temporarily. We're going to order them parts and everything, but for now it is working. It is mowing, as you can see. And we are back in business. You can see how high the grass is too. It definitely needed mowed. See where we mowed it on this side, and then over there how high it is. It's been probably 2 weeks since we hit this stuff. So that's what we got. That's going to do it for this video. Not really what I wanted to do, but it's something we had to get done. So we got that done. Now we can get back to work on the Slam lawnmower and this concession trailer that we're building. But that'll be it for now. Be sure to tune in next Friday for the next installment of Renegade Garage. Thanks for watching, guys.